Alright, hello and welcome to another Mono stream. What we're gonna do today is, I just played a league with Titan Vial, which you can find, of course, here in my YouTube channel, and if I wanted to try something a little bit different here. So this is not Titan Vial, because there's no Vials, obviously, and this is also not the green-white Reclaimer Titan list that we have seen actually doing quite well, which makes me pretty happy about it. But this is a little bit more of a toolbox strategy, so it's kind of like in between Titan Vial and the green-white Reclaimer Titan deck. So what we have here, obviously, it's again the shell. It remains the same, just Reclaimer plus Blackstones. But instead of Vials, we actually have Path to Exile as form of interaction. We're playing 30 lands as opposed to the 28 that we played in Titan Vial. And we have the calls, and then we have a couple of, actually not a couple, a bunch of of toolbox creatures. So we have Steve, Wall of Blossoms, we have a Springbloom Druid, Tracker, Courser, Knight of Autumn. All of these are also in Titan Vial as well, but we're trying out a couple of new additions today. Skyclave Apparition, which has felt pretty good so far. I played one league with it, that one that I was talking about earlier with it in Titan Vial, and it felt pretty solid. And the other one that I'm trying out is Skewed Swarm. This one is a little bit interesting. So it is a 3-mana 1/1, and the landfall ability is whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you create a 1/1 insect creature token. And if you control 6 or more lands, you create a copy of this. So after you have 6 lands into play, it starts to grow exponentially, which is potentially quite powerful. So we're gonna see how that works out. As far as the sideboard, I successfully updated with the superior art and superior frame Gaia's Blessing. We have 4 Purges, the best cyber card that any Primeval Titan deck can have. Answers Ashiok, Answers Blood Moon, etc. etc. Scavenging Ooze, and the one of Galactic. This is probably the weakest cyber card. But, you know, I guess that if I'm not playing Damping Sphere and stuff like that, you kind of have to play Teague. We're testing 1 Archon Ephemeria, 1 Eidolon. I'm still trying out the split against, there's some decks where I'm going to want Archon but not really want Eidolon. We're going to see how this works out. It's possible that I will just end up playing either 2 Archons or 2 Eidolons, depending on how these feel. Aven Mind Sensor, second tracker in the sideboard, 2 Generous Gifts. This is basically like a Beast Within that cannot get gusted, right? And finally, I'm trying out Yasharn Implacable Earth, which is an interesting card. I'm not sure whether it's going to be very good, but I might as well test it for science. So when it enters the battlefield, you search your library for a forest and a plains card. Basic though, that is. You reveal those cards and put them into your hand, then you shuffle your library, and then the ability is players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. So this basically hosts fetch lands. It's I don't know. It's interesting. It also, I guess, it hosts Neobrand. I feel like it's one of those cards that the more that you play, I guess you're gonna run into situations where like, oh yeah, that's right. Also, it's a 4-mana 4/4. But yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. Surgical Dismember, yep, that's also pretty good. Like against Shadow, this guy is kind of a house, right? It has a sick artwork. The artwork is pretty nice. It's like a boar that's made of grass, I guess. You know what it is. Again, not sure how good that one's gonna be, but we will find out together, I guess. Let's shift this. This seems a little bit too slow. This seems better because this is kind of a combo. It's not particularly fast though. Oh, hello. Chromatic Star. For a second, I'm like, wait, do I have a collector roof in my cyber? But I do. It's good. Don't worry about it. So if they don't have Tron, I think that we're gonna win pretty easily. So I think that we beat turn 4 Tron very easily, but we lose to turn 3 Tron. That's not turn 3 Tron. Sweet. That's a funny one to draw there. So we're gonna get Forest here, we play Castle, we play Dryad, go Squatter. On draw step, we're gonna blow up Forces Mine. And next turn we get to Raminap, get back GQ twice. Should be pretty powerful. Unless they have Dismember. Great Creator. Oh, Oblivion Stone. They just paid 1 more mana for no reason. Yeah, so what I was gonna do is I was going to Ghost Quarter the power plant, then I was going to replay the Ghost Quarter, and I was gonna play Elvish Reclaimer, holding on to the Ghost Quarter. I guess that's not a good play actually. I think it just O-stone me. Anyway, didn't matter. Mind Sensor is bad, but it's whatever. This is good. This is good. This is good. I don't like this, I don't like this. Splinter Twin. Thinking these days about cleansing Wildfire, Reclaimer, and Flagstones in a Titan Shell, but it's awkward. Put in the red color effectively. What do I think about it? I didn't really experiment with that idea. Aspiring Spike was for a second. I don't know if he kept working on it. I think Path is probably going to be better than Apparition. These cards are just bad, but I don't really have any better options. Maybe Arcane is better. Gotta use the chance to turn off their X. At 4 mana, it's probably asking a little bit too much. If it were 3 mana, I would consider it, but like we have a 2 mana way of stopping their eggs, so a little bit more excited about that. Might be too slow though. All right, you got it. I feel like the way that we win this game is we just hope that they don't have a turn 3 Karn. But like it's not that we can slow this down, right? If they have turn 3 Karn, we just lose. But if they have something like a Worm Coil, for example, we can beat that pretty easily. Sweet. Okay, so now I can oof. We can oof plus Reclaimer plus Ghost Squatter. Hello. I think I'm more interested in doing oof, Reclaimer, Ghost Squatter. They search for power plant. Don't find it. God damn it. Oblivion Stone. Good stuff. Good stuff. Don't find it. Come on. Next turn we're gonna Path plus Ghost Squatter them again plus activate Reclaimer, and we can start getting the Flagstones loop going. So like the damage from this work just literally does not matter. We're not gonna win on. We're not gonna win by life total. We're gonna win on board presence. It's also nice that like Conjugate Creator doesn't do shit. Because we have the answer to the... Like, we have the onboard answer to Liquid Metal Coating, and we also have an answer to Ensnare Bridge as well. This is just great. Let's get in there. So, path this. This is fun. I'm having fun. I'm having fan chat, because I'm having fun. Lots of fun are being had. Blast Zone blows up the Reclaimer if they want. I guess also Blast Zone gets... that's something to watch out for, actually. You don't let me untap? You probably shouldn't let me untap. I'll take it, though. Maybe I should have attacked, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I should have attacked with Reclaimer. Should have attacked with Reclaimer because I'm planning on... No more basics. Interesting. Here's a gift for you, opponent. Anytime I can see Tron get shit on, it's fun. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree with the sentiment. Squatter. Also, how funny is that the Generous Gift token is green, right? That's so random. That was cool. My opponent game 1 kept a hand that didn't have turn 3 Tron to play. Hopefully they have learned. Hopefully they have learned. Oh yeah, in red. Just demolishing the Tron players. Poor Tron players just cannot catch a break, huh? Like Mill being very good now. Mill is an awful matchup for Tron, as I understand. Then, well, just they're that kind of being silly, right? All the prowess running around. Even the control decks now destroy Tron thanks to Force of Negation and stuff like that, so... Oh, is Skyclip for now? It's been solid. I kind of like this, but I also kind of don't like this. I'm gonna keep it because I'm a greed monster. Multi 5. So this is probably either Dredge or Tron again. Maybe Meme Brand. Heyo. Not bad. Really wish. If we had had turn 1 Reclaimer, I think that would win this game very easily. Mindstone. Oh. Huh. I guess it's bad Tron instead. Yeah, I think we pass. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Flagstones. Make Reclaimer into a 3/4. Oh, they just had the Natty Tron. Well, that's a problem now. The good thing is they can't go for coding, which is nice. Spyglass. Just gave up their card like this. Because for 2 mana, they can't really protect it. With like a 2 mana Ballista, I guess. It's pretty weird. Dismember. Yeah, I guess it could be Dismember. But if they have Dismember, why would they name Reclaimer here, right? So we start there. Karn down. We drew it. Sack this. Forest. Forest. Yes. Plains. Land. Say go. Thought not. They kind of have to take the Triad here. I guess I might pass the Thought Knot on step. They took the path? They have to have a second Thought Knot is the only explanation. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So now they're gonna take the Triad. Wait, what? Let's play big Garks. I could have gotten greedy and gone for like Wall of Blossoms. Hope to spike a fetch land or something. Oh, fuck me, I guess. Wall of Blossoms. We lose to Ballista, but we can't beat Ballista regardless. Alright. Where am I now off, really? So we can call for Raminap. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, Raminap. Yeah. Yep, we just get Raminap. We get a land from the yard, probably a Flagstones. Still kind of fine here. We're also gonna get shit ton of dudes. Flagstones, skip this one. Yes. Temple Garden tapped. More tokens. 3 mana. Dryad. Flagstones again. Yeah. Flagstones. Skip this one. What do we want to kill? We kind of want to kill the Smasher. Yes. Get Scattered Grooves. Another one of the Smasher. Yay, tokens! Pass the turn. Alright, do we have another All Is Dust? Nice thought knot, opponent. Nice thought knot. I think my opponent got. I think they got it. Skewed me. Oof is great. Teague is medium but defensible. And Generous Gift is great. Does this guy matter? It's really cool how this does not it doesn't get in the way of Reclaimer, because we cannot sacrifice. It says sacrifice non-land permanents, but it does get in the way of fetch lands because fetch lands require you to pay life. So it's a very interestingly worded card. Maybe just as a 4 mana 4/4 is okay, honestly. This means that they can't crack Expedition Map, they can't crack Mind Stone. What else does this affect from Tron? That's kind of it. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it. Apparition seems really hot, getting rid of Karn, Great Creator and stuff. That seems very good. Garg seems... it's probably okay, actually. What are we gonna cut? Can cut a couple of paths. Maybe the bog. Tracker is it's pretty solid against Tron, but like I just have better options, I think. Maybe I just don't want Teague. It stops Dismember, yeah. Let's try it, I guess. Let's just try it, see what's up. Not so hot on Teague. Mono 3-drop that deck. What are my thoughts on Arcana Primera versus Eidolon? Well, they're better in different circumstances. Against decks that have Lightning Bolt, for example, of course, Eidolon is going to be better. But the opposite is true. That's pretty solid, actually. Also, this one gets host as well, but by the Yasharn. Thought not. They're probably gonna get the other Amber Skull. Or maybe not. So unless they have another Thought Knot, or they have... Well, I guess that we can beat Current Great Creator, actually. They need another Thought Knot here. If they have another Thought Knot, then we might be in trouble. Or Tectonic Edge. Those are the cards that would be problematic. Everything else... Because we just call for Dryad, and then we take it from there. Smasher's fine. Doesn't really matter too much. I guess they could also have Dismember. That's another card that is potentially an issue. Get the basic forest. No. Oh, I fucked it up. Not punished because I drew like shit, but it's just more damage. Because I'm probably not going to be blocking this Thought Knots here. 7 mana's bad for me. All this dust. Walkie Bee. Also annoying. Yeah, that's a 10 mana Walking Ballist, I think. Opponent's really struggling to tap their mana over there. Have I tried filler retreat in this, or maybe too slow? I don't think that I want that effect, honestly. It doesn't seem to be doing anything for me, if I'm being honest. Chalice for 3. Oh, sure. Scavenger Grounds. So float a green mana, play Flagstones, keep this. Chalice on 3 is interesting. It's pretty annoying here, actually. And also I just realized that we have no Cavern of Souls in this deck. Maybe we want to make room for Cavern as a 31st land. Just as a one-off. Hog. Why do they have Chalice for short? I have no idea. Carbo Live, it's being weird. Huh, that's strange. I know that those those systems often kind of struggle with some of the things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I block here, I survive Ballista. So I guess it's good for me to block. Also, they can't have Dismember, which is hilarious. Oh, it doesn't have Syndicate cards? Well, that would explain it then. Are we good here, opponent? They can cast it and take for you. Have you tried to Reclaimer Shells with Cleansing Wildfire? Not yet, Punt. But I got asked about it twice already, so probably after I finish this league, I'm gonna try to cook something up, see what happens. Yes. 104.3A, opponent. 104.3A. 104.3A. Classic Eldrazi Tron. My opponent had turn 3 Tron both games. Lost easily both games. To be fair, we would have lost to many things there, but I mean, if my opponent had been playing real Tron instead of drawing a Reality Smasher, they would have drawn a Karn the Great Creator there, right? So if instead of having Reality Smashers and Thought Knot Seers, my opponent had had Ulamogs and Karn Liberated, then I imagine that that game would have gone the other way. Probably both games would have gone the other way. Look at the birdie. Seems a little bit too slow. Slightly better, but not by much. It's probably going to be one of these two. If we were getting paired against an aggro deck, I'm going to regret that decision, but Grixis Shadow? It's probably just like Bog Shadow or John Shadow splashing blue. No discard spell on one is nice. No discard on one is certainly quite nice. Goifall. Oh. No, I misclicked. Bro. It's okay. So I guess we have to find the basic forest now. That guy's problematic. I think it's very likely that we just will not have enough time. Huh. Huh. See the person stream Legacy Titan in the PAX event. I mean, I didn't see them stream the deck, but I knew about that they were streaming. Yeah, this sucks. If this had been a duel, everything would have been so much easier. It's a lot of damage. New luck creature's very strong. Yeah, this thing is very good. This is lethal? Almost lethal, I guess. You have main deck Lurus. Well, fuck. That's very good. Well, there was no way that we were going to be beating this. Screw seems good. The purges are a slam dunk. That's kind of about it. Cut that one. Swarm doesn't seem too bad. The Garg seems a little bit rough. I think we bring this guy in. I guess let's do it. Let's do it for value. Let's do it for science. Do I want to cut some number of reclaimers? Probably not. Willow Blossoms also replaces itself, so I'm into it. Sticky Circuit just test one-offs all day? Oh yeah, for sure. Viashino Pyromancer. Just call for Viashino Pyromancer. Easy. Just gonna cut 2 Reclaimers. Just be on the mono removal plan. Raminap may not be at its best. Yeah, I mean, Blast Zone getting recur, this is a very real thing. Sand sucks. Sand is a lot better. Keep bottom quarter. Get the tap land out of the way. I'd rather have Titan than Courser, much better off the top deck. One of them helps me get to the late game, the other one is the late game, right? One of them gets countered by Disdainful Stroke, the other one doesn't. Like, there's multiple arguments to be made both ways. Let's put the fear in their eyes. I think Zenith would be fun to unban at the moment. Oh yeah, I have to talk to Everos about that. We were considering just doing another edition of the unbanned series. Oh, my opponent didn't play a Scourge there. Feels bad, man. I mean, they need to kill this or they're probably gonna lose. Land? It's kind of brutal, actually. Now we're probably forced to fetch right now. Because if my opponent just kills my dude in response, we don't get a token. Feels bad, man. What if there's one thing I can follow? Let's do this. If they have TBR, they have TBR, right? I don't know what I'm supposed to do really if they have TBR. Like, I just can't really beat Battle Rage on this board state. Is Glimpse unbannable in this climate? I don't know. The problem with unbanning a card like Glimpse is that you can't just think about the current metagame, right? You have to think about where the metagame could go. And that's kind of the problem with banning a card like Glimpse. Pretty rough loss there, but I don't think... Yeah, I mean, it's just... That was just Shadow doing Shadow things, right? If I had drawn, instead of drawing the second right, if I had drawn any land at that point, I think that we win that game because we get to clear the shadow while the gradient is good. We get even more tokens to chump block, and we start getting tokens that are copies of Skewed Swarm. So like we get an exponential amount of tokens at that point. So I think that we had a shot at winning that one, but still, when your opponent puts so much pressure on you so quickly, it can be tough. Sure, keep this hand. Glimpse in a format with Heritage Druid, Nettle Sentinel would be too good. Yeah. And I know that there's a bunch of lava darts and stuff, but people who think that have not played against against Elves in Legacy. I think Natural Order is fine in Modern. God damn it, we're here with the hot takes. Okay, so we're playing against Belcher. I love how I think Crackline Ironworks is unban worthy. That was actually what's the name? I'm just trying to say here. The Automod thingy. The Automod thingy kicked off because of that comment. So clearly the Automod thing doesn't like KCI. We might die here. On the other hand, if they play a Belcher... Okay, so we're actually dead now. We can see their list at least. Just red-green. This is actually my first time playing against Belcher. Also, why can't I make this bigger? There we go. That's what she said. Hey, Hey. Cross the paths. Belchers. Okay. So this sounds okay. This sounds okay. Teague sounds pretty good actually. Oof sounds good. Path doesn't do anything, right? Scavengers could do something. Blessing can shuffle their stuff after they have cast the thing that allows them to stack their deck. Oh, that's right, they have Blood Moon. Can we afford to play Purges though? Probably not. Maybe like 1 or 2 at most. We do have 5 answers to Blood Moon at least. And we are going to probably we're going to aggressively fetch for basics, so. Fountain comes out. I just don't want to cut lands really punt. I'm gonna keep this hand. We can cast, what's his name? We can oof on turn 3. Actually, it's interesting, right? Because we could also call for the Emeria thing, the Archon. I think I'm gonna call for Archon. There's arguments for there's an argument for Archon, there's an argument for Eidolon. Eidolon plays around Lightning Bolt, for example. The only issue with this is if my opponent just plays... Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Archon, I think. Because Archon means that they are forced to do it right now. And I guess I'm gonna play the second Flagstone so I can go get a basic planes. In case they have Blood Moon. But this makes it so like they would need double Simian Spirit Guide here. They would need exactly double Simian Spirit Guide in order to cast the Belcher here. Like that's it. That's their turn. That's it. Nice Bloodman nerd. Pog. Yes. So it's bad against anger, but that's about it. This guy's doing work right here. This guy's doing work right about now. Huh. Unless they can activate it this turn, which seems unlikely. Should be in okay shape. The problem with getting Collector Roof, I think I'm just gonna get Knight of Autumn here. I could get Collector Roof, but the problem with getting Collector Roof is that if my opponent has... If my opponent has an Anger, they just win. Can I set up lethal? This is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You have to be no, we can get another field of that here, and we just have exactly lethal. Sweet. We. Arco did some serious work there. What else? Skewed Swarm sounds really bad too. Who is the opponent? I don't know, they're in Belcher. I love how the chat is just going nuts and over natural order in modern. That's hilarious. Okay, so what are we doing here? Scoos allows me to play around the Unearth Kill. They don't seem to have the Unearth Kill though. Maybe I should cut Scavenging Ooze. Just go with Titan. Recurrent Strip Mine. Sure. I'm gonna keep this hand. We have basics, so we don't care about Blood Moon. We have Teague, which we can play on turn 2, so we can force my opponent to have an answer. Yeah, I think it's okay. Else commonly cites Natural Northern Ireland Legacy. That doesn't mean anything, right? That means literally nothing. You're comparing. That's like saying, "Oh yeah, turn 1 kills are fine in Modern because they're fine in Legacy." Like, that's just not how analyzing. That's how analyzing things work. Turn 1 Moon. This is so good for us. Wow, my opponent spent all of these resources to do something that is completely irrelevant. This is so good for us. This is so good for us. Now we're just gonna casually develop our game plan 100% unimpeded. Pyroclasm, okay. That's one class that less that we have to worry about. Can I lower my guard this one turn? Or am I supposed to go after my opponent's lands? Because if they have the 4 mana thing, we might be in trouble, right? We might just lose. Oh, we just call for Collector Roof. Easy enough. Now we pass. Alternative Pablos. Getting there, folks. Green, green, green. Land. Aw. Pyroclasm. I think I actually want to play the Vesua untapped. Is that crazy? I think it's correct. And we can blow up one of my opponent's lands and the Blood Moon in the same turn. I think I'm gonna have to Generous Gifts my opponent's red source. And I want to blow up the Blood Moon mostly so they don't have access to red mana. Because like this Blood Moon right now is kind of fixing their mana a little bit. But honestly, I kind of don't care about this Blood Moon, really. Sorry about the incompetence. I have been trying very hard to find the list. I have been trying. If your last stream Zendikar, Max of the Moon is kind of drunk and I didn't really help them. Have you seen on the battlefield? Well, we can still tap it for mana thanks to Dryad, which is funny. How can my opponent kill me here without access to red mana? I guess that we can look. That's right. We can actually look. They don't show us how they are how they are ordering their deck, right? They don't seem to have the Coco kill. They don't seem to have the code that can come to kill. We get to see the top card. When you clash, clashing player was the top card of their library, then puts the card on top or bottom. The player wins if their card has a higher converted mana cost. Okay. Higher converted mana cost. Not equal. So I guess that they can put a land on top in Aqua Warrior. Or they can put the Ironclad Feet on the top. They can also just like put the feet on top and then just bottom it with the after the clash. So they will put Reforged Soul. They have no red mana though, right? I have no red mana unless their hand is a Simian. No, all three, they use the Simian on turn 1 and all other 3 Simians are in their deck. So they can't use the Reforges the Soul. It's probably fine to just time this person out. Why? I'm not timing him out. I legit think that I'm ahead right now. This recross the path doesn't really do anything for them. Yeah, exactly. We cast this Eidolon, and then my opponent cannot do multiple things in the same turn. Like I don't think I'm missing anything. I think that we're actually still winning. We also have we do not have to play around Anger of the Gods because my opponent only has. I guess they have 3 cards in hand, but they only have Pyroclasm. What did they reveal? And they revealed Simeon. Yeah, we're gonna keep this guy on top, 100%. Oh, the guy turned about natural learning chat. Nah, I mean it is. Jig is always up has been here for a while, so I don't really want to time them out, but. And I'm honestly, for the most part, just kind of ignoring the conversation. Maybe that's why I don't feel so bad about it. If it's getting annoying, we can just ask them to stop. That's a Belcher, which doesn't do anything. Just gonna show them, you know. We already had lethal, but I just want to show you how dead you are, kind of deal, you know. Just beating Belcher, easy. Why are people freaking out about this Belcher deck? It's basically a buy, right? I have a 100% win rate against Belcher. Pinips, so we're probably playing against black-white taxes because that's literally the only thing that Pinips play. His hand seems fine against black-white taxes. People overhype combo cards in general. I mean, sometimes they correctly hype combo cards. Get some ketchup over here in my life. Hold 6. It never fails. Like, Pinips literally never ever plays a deck that is not black-white taxes. Never. Ever. Under no circumstances. Brutal. Wow. Okay. We're kind of getting owned here a little bit. If they have Strangler here, we might need to back it in. Don't have it. Okay. Pretty unlucky. Gonna be able to get some Sunbows here. It's kind of wild that we kept one spell and everything else was lands, and we drew literally a land every single turn for the past 6 turns. Pretty crazy. Oh. No! No! Why? The one spell that I got to draw. The one spell. God damn it. The one spell that I got to draw. Brutal. I mean, if we draw a Titan, we win, though, right? So that's nice. Speaking of nice. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Oh, look, now we're ahead. Got him! Ha ha, I just keep drawing lands. Got him so hard. The powerful strategy of drawing like shit paying off. We can bounce groves. That's actually interesting. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I like that. I'm gonna be doing this turn. So now Wisp is kind of annoying. Oh. Whoops. Bog. I think I have to start clocking here. We need to set up lethal for next turn. Wow, I can't believe we won that game. I can't believe we won this game. Oh, wow. That was hilarious. I can't believe we won that. This sounds okay. Yokai Lois, thank you for the follow. Tracker sounds great. Maybe generous gift. That was such a funny match. A funny game, I guess. It only takes one spell to bleed with black-white taxes, yeah. I don't think I like this guy. Like, it's a 4-4. That's pretty much all that he has going for it. Just like it blocks Thought Knots. Raxul SP, think about follow. Yeah, I was thinking about cutting this or cutting like one of the other cards that ramp me, but that on the draw are probably going to be a little bit tough to pull off. Definitely want all the paths. Probably want Wall of Blossoms too. Apparition looks excellent. Should we cut Steve? I'm pretty interested in ramping. I think I just cut this guy. It's just like a dumb 4-4. Will Beast Within do over gift? I don't have them in paper. So like generous gift cannot get Aether Gusted. Beast Within can. Splinter Twin, let's go. Arbiter. How do we want to fight this fight? We don't want to fight that fight, do we? Just play that and pass. No, I don't want to go squatter then. If anything, we can go squatter them this turn if we need to. Displacer. No, I don't want a tracker. I don't want to fall behind on land drops, right? If I let my opponent tap, I'm going to fall behind on land drops. So what I'm considering here is I'm considering to use Reclaimer. Just play second Reclaimer. And pass again. I know. I know that we can't Reclaimer, but if my opponent has a Ghost Squad or they have a path, we don't get to search. I know that we can't Reclaimer, but we can Reclaimer on the following turn. And that's when we start getting ahead. What I'm considering right now is whether I want to... No, there's no way I want to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to play Castle. Just play Reclaimer as I go. You see it? They had it all along. I'm gonna take 3 here. We're probably gonna get Thought Knotted. But it doesn't really matter too much if we get Thought Knotted. Extremely important for me to have paid there, right? For obvious reasons. Okay, now what? Now we can play Ghost Squatter. And we can start to get Flagstones going. Go down to 9. We lose to Mind Sensor. Oh no, we don't. Displacer wrecks me here, actually. Oh, that sucks. Because I can pay for their Arbiter, but then they blink, and I have to pay again. Brutal. Okay, so I'm gonna go after their colorless source. Shit, we need a removal spell or something like that. No untap land. Fuck. This is super rough. So now they can go squatter my Flagstones. And I don't get to search. Man, this Arbiter has been an absolute pain in the ass. There's kind of nothing that I could have done at any point to stop it. I think we played this game really wrong. Yeah, I think so as well. I think that I made a couple of mistakes here. I think that I made a couple of mistakes, particularly on my sequencing. Who plays Taxes in 2020? Pinips is like the only person in the world that plays Black-White Taxes, and they are very, very good at playing it. Well, now they can't do anything, right? Because they don't have a colorless source to activate this. This doesn't have for colorless. So now we would be fine. Yeah, I think I navigated this game pretty poorly, honestly. Okay, so they are setting up lethal. And they can mess with my mana right now. A little bit too late. We can't block these dudes. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. I feel like I navigated that game pretty poorly. I wonder if I need these generous gifts. I probably do, actually. So now we get to be on the play. Hopefully don't have turn 2 Arbiter. Well, this hand is great. This hand is great. I think I'm gonna lead on the bog here. I could also lead on, I think maybe leading on this is better because I can get the cycle land. So we fetch here, we get a cycling land. In before Arbiter. Yeah, but now we have answers. We actually drew answers to Arbiter, so like Arbiter doesn't really matter in this match, in this game at least. It makes things so much easier. We have so much removal. So get a plains here. Apparition. We could have. Oh, maybe. Huh. Should I have? Maybe I should have pathed my own apparition with the trigger on the stack. Huh. That would have allowed me to ramp. And it would have also made it so we don't care. Like, we ramp and they don't get a 2-2. No, couldn't have edge due to Arbiter. I guess that makes sense. I don't want to ramp them. But I'm gonna need to kill this eventually, so I'm just gonna do it now. Push my guy. That's fine. That's a little bit frustrating. At this point, Arbiter doesn't matter that much, honestly. This is brutal, though. I've been flooding so hard every single game. Didn't matter the first game, though, but like I've been flooding pretty hard. Just getting beaten down by this silly 2-2. Okay. We get super owned here. We get super owned here, but I just have to do this. Like, I have to get my game plan going. But if they have a Strangler, we practically just lose here. We're so close to making the Reclaimer enabled, but like I just have to play into it. I have no choice. Like, otherwise I'm just stamp walking myself. Yeah, this is brutal. Yeah. Ugh. This really sucks. Really sucks. I need one of my business spells here. Well, that one counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing this. I play my land first there because I can play around Arbiter this way. Like, if they activate Vial. We can fetch in response. Well, that's a good top deck. Just gonna get double field here. This gives me some stuff in play. Response to the Ghost Quarter, I can go fetch, get something else. Stop on upkeep, and I'm gonna. No, actually, I'm gonna pass. They didn't have Arbiter. And I'm gonna start attacking. If they had Displacer, they would have played it already. Because they would be interested in activating on their on my draw step. So they definitely don't have Displacer. Unless they top decked it right now. Go Squatter my field. Fetch in response. Now they're gonna go Squatter the other one. Which is fine because it means that I get a basic. And I get a zombie. Pretty good. It's pretty good. I think I just get Excavator. Just get Excavator because Titan is just doesn't get anything, right? Again, it's just a 6/6. All right, sweet. Nice top decks. Yeah, of course. Everybody knows that I'm whitelisted. That's why we have an emote for that. Opponent should have health control to maintain priority Ghost Quarter with the other Ghost Quarter activation on the stack. One less zombie. No, that would have been worse, Pont, because they activated, then I fetched. Right? So they actually got one less zombie. It was the same amount of zombies. Because if they do that, then I just fetch in response. And we get 2 zombies anyway. Right? So if they hold priority, unless they sacrifice all 3 Ghost Quarters, unless they sack all 3 of them, then what you're saying is correct. And at that point, we only get one zombie. No, we still get two. Because we get... No, we just get the one. Because we get one from the basic. Anyway, that was pretty solid. What was that, a 4-1? 4-1? The list felt nice. I feel like... It's weird, but I feel like there were matches where like against the Black-White Taxes deck, I flooded like crazy. Fortunately, we only needed a couple of spells to, like, did we game? I think we won game 1, only drawing 4 spells total, right, or something like that. Something made kind of ridiculous. It's pretty funny, but yeah, I like this list. Being able to beat the Belcher deck was kind of exciting, if I'm being honest. I feel like the Belcher deck was actually navigated pretty well. Do I want to make any changes before I run it back? Actual Finn, thank you for the follow. Do I want to make any changes? I think I'm gonna run it back, and then we're gonna look at potential changes. This card felt super medium to me. I did not like this card at all, but I'm willing to give it another shot. It's a new card, you know. Operation was hot. Operation was hot. I could consider adding another copy of this, but this card was pretty impressive. Alright, sweet. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back for another one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.